because they were taken in captivity. Daniel was taken, Ezekiel was taken, and I believe Jeremiah was taken. But we're talking about Daniel and Ezekiel and Jesus Christ right now, right? So we're going to go down to Ezekiel 36. So many pastors preach this and say this is the fulfillment of 1948. But we have to remember who Ezekiel is. And it says, 1, starting at 16, moreover, the word of the Lord came to me, saying, Son of man. What did Daniel chapter 7, 13, 14 say? The Son of Man talking to the Ancients of Days. So who's the Son of Man? Jesus Christ. So who Ezekiel is? Ezekiel is a prophet. He's a foreshadowing of Jesus Christ. This is a messianic prophecy. This ain't about 1948 establishing this political nation. This is about the Messiah coming to establish Israel. It says, Son of man, when the house of Israel dwelt in their land, they defiled it by their own ways and deeds. To me, their way was like the uncleanness of a woman in her customary impurity. Therefore I pour out my fury on them for the blood they had shed on the land and for their idols with which they had defiled it. So I scattered them amongst the nations. So when Jesus came, he told them they denied their King Jesus Christ. They denied their Messiah. And he said not one stone will be left unturned. He's talking about the temple. And so when he said this, right, and he dies on the cross because they rejected him, he resurrects and he's establishing a new Israel, which are believers, Jew believers, right, which later becomes the grafting in of the Gentiles, right? I'm not preaching replacement theology. I'm talking about grafting in, right? So Ezekiel is the type of Christ, right? It says, we're going down to 20, therefore save the house of Israel. Thus says the Lord, I do not do this for your sake. I do this, or house of Israel, but for my holy name's sake. I don't do it for you. I do it for me, right? Which you have profaned amongst the nations wherever you went. The Jews, they practice a different religion. The Mishnah, Sanhedrin book, and the Talmud. So the Jews practice the Mishnah, the Sanhedrin book, and the Talmud, along with the Bible. So they created their own religion, right? We're talking about now. Then, back then, they added the Mishnah, right? And later they're going to come with the Sanhedrin, right? So they're worshiping idols. And I'm talking about in Jesus' days, right? So when we see this, God scatters in the nation because